Ugh. All right. So off stream, I got to 242, and yeah, already did all the dailies. I am currently on my treadmill because I cannot go outside and walk right now. It is pouring down, raining, and I did not walk earlier. I had something cooking, so I drove to the grocery store to buy some extra stuff so I could have meal preps for tomorrow and the rest of the week. But got to get my steps in, so I'm using my treadmill that I haven't used in months, literally months. Okay. And this should not be a problem because I literally played Valorant and top fragged when I was walking at a faster speed. So, unranked. So, like, in gold 3. So, it's not like this really bothers me at all. In perfect timing, we are going to be getting a frickin' MVP. Hopefully I could get a level tonight. That's what I'm probably aiming for. Down 26. And that'll be great if we do. Also, if you join the Discord, I now have the bot that will tell when there's MVP going on. So if you're not paying attention to chat, then you actually have that too. Got 2 of these left. Hopefully we use both of them tonight, and then we'll just be using 2x because I'm saving the other 3x's for Xuan. And then we should be Gucci. Okay. Oh, they already fucking popped it. What the hell? I was not expecting that. I did not notice that the time had changed. The times are changing, old man. You're no longer needed here. So, this has been my map of... Fuck off, kid. This has been my map of choice to train. It's relatively weaker, and it's easier to find... Like earlier, at least today, it was easier to find 100% burning stages. So that's at 80, 23. $40. $70. So 23 is the better one so far. $23 and $28. $90. I'll stay here. It's $90. It's not $100. But I also don't want to waste too much time looking through channels. What the fuck? weirdage. But yeah, this is the place I've been training. Because again, it's relatively easy rotation. Then I just hit one of my buttons like that to hit that top area. And then just continue that rotation. I messed with my link skills a bit too, just so I can hit a little bit stronger. Some of them didn't activate, like I went consistent damage essentially when I'm hitting these things, and some of them did not activate until you had to do like X amount of damage to certain things or mobs. Oh, I used I forgot I ran out of like the 30-minute power buff legions. So I bought a 10s and 20s. Boop, 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 boop. Three more levels until we unlock the next place. This class would be easier to, if it was like a true class, it would be easier to get damage up if you could use nodes and stuff. But at least I'm saving all the nodes for Xuan. The video is what listening to is over. Clicked on a new video, so we're good. I want to go in there, but I know for sure I'm going to lose this map. I'm going to risk it. Let's fucking risk it, dude. Ah, fuck. I used to think there was a medal you got from doing it perfect, and I've done it perfect multiple times in a row. Or like, what you would call it? But I guess not. I forgot to hit the button. Yeah, this is going down quick. Alright, we got 9 minutes left. And I'll check what my steps are at. No. I think I started at 34%. So 26% in 24 minutes. It'd be a little bit quicker if I one-shot these consistently. But I already spent like, what, 2 bill on this guy? Getting the CRA top, bottom, and pants to 17. Because I'm gonna turn this into a boss mode. After it gets transferred to hero. The one thing that's annoying is that when I killed Lotus and Damien, it didn't count on my thing because I think I did them. I know I did them out of order, but I didn't think that would affect it. Like, and he's gone on Monday, so I won't be able to get the Nezuko Void, which is annoying because I did clear those bosses. I did not mean to press that. My hand was going numb, so I repositioned my keyboard. I only really like going into those if it's the attacker mons. Especially when I have, like, multiple EXPs on. You got... What the fuck? So it's roughly 40% per 30. Okay. Fuck off. Channel 8. Ooh. I'm gonna have to... I might have to forego this one and just get my steps in, because I got 9 minutes to get 4K. Alright, well, I'm not gonna fucking make it. Well, there goes my fucking 3-month streak. 2-month streak. I should have been walking faster earlier. That's so annoying, dude. It's because I didn't walk to the store because I was cooking earlier. I'm genuinely annoyed that I didn't hit my 10k yesterday. There goes my over 60-day streak. And then watch me get my map taken. Fuck. I don't think I'm going to get 9% in 6 minutes. No, I will not be buying any viewers, and you are getting banned. Get out of here. You know. 100% unique potential scroll. Alright. No more 3X's. Sad day in paradise. Because this is going to go away. Yeah, boozled. I like that ring. Only if it was green. $50. Hey man, hopefully you guys going any tips on where to train my the map that I'm currently in, I have no clue when you said that. You said that 2 minutes ago. Okay. Yeah, the map that I'm currently in. I didn't check the was a good map to train. Especially if you're not fully like geared up. Because you can find burnings. So this map is Final Edge of Light. So what I'm looking for is 80%. Or higher, but you might be able to hit these at 1 mil with like buffs and stuff. Are you purchasing the are you purchasing this? Oh, I don't even have any more. God damn it. I probably should go get it just so I hit higher. Which... So, this will be perfect. I can show you. So, these buffs you get from Legion and then Monster Park PQ. And then this buff you can use. It's a bossing buff, but you don't have to use it while you're bossing. It costs 2 mil each. You buy it from the guy that you sell your crystals to. And then you use that and it gives you more range. It gives you crit rate and stuff like that. So you pop that while you're trading also. And you should be good. Just make sure... Did you have like a Mercedes or anything? Or is it Tanjiro your like first character? Yeah, you have to complete a quest first. So there's a level 200 quest that you have to click and complete. You only have to do it on one character. And then once you do that, you can use that. Okay. Because Mercedes Link skill gives you a EXP buff, so you should eventually make a Mercedes to get it to 210 if you can. Then you'll get a Link skill buff that will give you more EXP. You also want to get your Adon to 210, like get 8 Adon to 210. That gives you a longer time duration for that thing I just popped, the rune. And then, or no, Adon gives you more EXP from the little orbs that pop up after you hit like a milestone of killing a number of things. Evan gives you the more rune time. So Evan, Mercedes, and Adon, you wanna make to get more EXP while you're farming. Like those 3 should be like your first priority before you go back to your main. Yeah, this game, you need to make like a lot of characters. Eventually, you will be able to do Legion stuff. So this is Legion. Mine's not the highest right now, but you could get more EXP and stuff like that as you unlock more Legion. So the more characters that you get to 200 or 210, because for level Link skill 210, the more Legion you'll have. And then the more like ignore defense and EXP rates you could get, or even attack or bossing. So it's like worth building a lot of characters. You don't have to. It just makes it easier to level up and then do damage after a while. I'm about to start all over after I'm going to 250 on here. Then I'm going to have to start all over on Monday when the new character comes out because I'm planning to main it. What dragon? Yeah, which dragon you talking about? Horntail? Because you should be able to kill Chaos Horntail already. Or do you mean Velium? Oh, that Legion quest. You don't have to do that Legion quest to, like, rank up your Legion. To rank up your Legion, you just have to have multiple characters. You don't do, like, any damage to that dragon whatsoever. Like, you go in there for, like, the daily quests, and you get, like, you kill, like, the spawns for those daily quests to get a little bit more coins. Because with those coins, you can buy, like, Legion buffs, 2x coupons. It's like 2x EXP coupons and stuff like that. I would focus on getting your Legion ranked up first before buying them, and so you have like a higher Legion where you could get coins relatively easily instead of buying the stuff from the shop. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. You just have to, like I said, level up multiple characters, and then your Legion score will go up. Or your Legion points rankings will go up. This number, where it says like 7,000 total level, that will go up, and then you'll get another quest saying, or you'll talk to one of the dudes, not a quest, you'll talk to one of the guys saying you want to rank up your Legion after you hit a certain threshold. No problem. But yeah. I would get those 3 up real quick. Like after you don't technically right now, you don't have to get this character to 250 unless you want to. Because on Monday, that's when the event ends. And you already got it to 220. So whoever you're going to main, I would put the items on them. And then level them up. Like the items you got from like this event stuff. So make sure you claim your items on Monday or before Monday. I think it's the like Sunday night. Claim your items. And then put them in storage if you don't want to utilize them immediately. Because they will disappear. Like, once the event's over, you cannot claim the items anymore. Like, the whole event area gets turned into a different event because of the 20th anniversary. Okay, well, your Tanjiro will become a hero after the event. Like, this isn't a permanent class. This is just the event class. So, you could turn it into a Dark Knight or a Paladin. Because the Explorer classes, you could change them into whatever their respective class is. So, this will be considered a warrior class. So, you could choose a Dark Knight or Paladin, but that costs like a couple mil to do it at the 4th job advancement area. And with, like, when it turns into a hero, or if you turn it to whatever later, you're going to need to utilize your nodes. So whatever class you decide to main, I would transfer all your nodes to that class, to wherever you're going to put on there. And then look up your trifecta nodes that you need to be able to max out, and just pull a bunch of them and then try maxing them out. They max, and you need 2 sets of each. So the thing is, you can't have like the main slot the same to be able to equip 2 of them. They just have to have the same 3 entirely. I would look up oh yeah, the move. You can technically get the move, but it's kind of like pay to win to get the move. You have to get his weapon from the cash, like the surprise boxes, or buy it off of Steam for like $30 or something like that. The Steam marketplace. But then you'd have to pull like his weapon skill thing also to be able to use it like after the event. It's not really worth it to be honest. But I would look up a node guide on YouTube or something like that, or a Word document that will explain like what nodes to get for the character that you're going to main. And go from there. Like, this character will be good for bossing later. That's why I'm trying to get mine to 250. I didn't even realize I leveled. Just sitting here talking. But yeah. So go to this place. The Final Edge of Light. Which is in Celis. And then at 245, you'll unlock another area after this. With stronger monsters that you'll train there. And I forgot which map it is. No problem. I've been playing this game on and off for the past literal 20 years. It's since I was 8. It's fucking insane. Because yes, each channel has different burnings. So if a channel has been active for too long, the burning level will drop. So if a regular, like a really popular map where people train, they usually will not have any burning whatsoever. So like this is technically an off map, but it works for Tanjiro. So it's good to train here. It's not as popular as like the main maps, and you get burning from them. And burning stacks with all your EXP buffs that you can use. I would also look for like where there's megas or smegas. In the smegas, they'll say MVP at wherever at what XX time. So that means in-game time or your clock time, but the last 2 digits. Go there, you get a 50% EXP boost, and it stacks with your other EXP boosts. So at 50% for 30 minutes, and you could get these from Monster Park. These give you 10% for 30 minutes extra. And then, like, if you're using your 3x coupons, use your 3x instead of 2x. I ran out of 3x's that I want to use on this character. I'm saving the others for the Xuan. And then have your pendant equipped. Make sure your pendant's equipped. And that gives you an extra 30% too. So you want to circle through channels until you find... I like to go for 80 plus. Sometimes you could find 100% for level 10 burnings. But I like to do 80 plus burnings before I start grinding on them. Because that's a pretty good range of EXP to garner. And if, like, roughly every 30 minutes, it drops down by a level. So from level 10, it goes to level 9. So 100% to 90%. This skill's so broken, dude. Especially when you're bossing. Yeah, it's really good. And if I don't know if you played it on your shatter, you could have accepted a quest where you got that skill too, but it's like an 11-minute cooldown or 15-minute cooldown. I mean, not 11-minute cooldown. And you could use it on that character when you're bossing. So make sure you have accepted all these, whatever you did, and then all these from this event. Oh, I could check in, actually. All that from that event. And, you can't check it on Tanjiro, but there should be another clickable thing that gives you other event stuff. So just make sure you get all your event stuff before Monday, or like of Monday when the servers are still up, where it's gonna all disappear. Yeah, you can get the move on your shade, but it's a longer cooldown. It's only for the event. So there'll be another icon, like over here, like around here, and it'll say, oh, do you want this skill? You just say yes, and then you could get it on your shade. You could get it on any character that is the level range for, I think it's 100 plus. You could get the skill on it. But again, the cooldown is higher. It just makes it easier for bossing. And then you'll also get a buff that gives you more attack and stuff like that until the event is over on that character too. But you start playing at like the right time. This event's pretty decent. But next event, since it's the 20th year anniversary event, that's going to be amazing. Just for leveling, just for gear progression and everything. For leveling multiple characters, it's just going to be so much easier. Because there's always like when they have like major events, they will always have like a thing where you can level up like these skills that gives you more EXP, gives you more drop of like nodes and stuff like that. It's just really good. So I would wait until... No, you don't need to play multiple characters every day. You get to choose who you want to play every day. Like, you just want to get your characters, like those 3 characters, you just want to get them to 210 until later on if you want to level up more, because you just want the link skill. So these are the link skills. So you get this link managed tree. This is the link skill I'm talking about. So permanently gives you 20% more additional EXP at level 3. This one's from Aran. This gives you 900% from these like orbs. That orb just disappeared. But from those orbs that appear on the ground after you kill stuff. And then you also want to get this one from Evan. So it gives you 70% rune power duration. So it essentially turns it from 3 minutes or whatever it is to 4 minutes. Yeah, I have a lot of characters built. They're not all funded or high level, but I do have a lot of characters built. Some people have a lot more higher characters built than me, but you'll get there eventually. I wouldn't like stress yourself about them. I would just get those 3 first, play your main character for a long time to maybe like to 260, and then worry about making other link skill characters after you get to 260. or when you hit a wall of progression and you feel like you need to be able to do more damage, then start worrying about your next skill stuff. Like, this game is a marathon. It's not a race, so you don't have to, like, fully worry about everything all at once. How to beat Lotus? It's just practice. You just have to have high enough damage and just practice. Like, they changed Lotus, because I had quit for, like, a year and a half or so, or a couple of months or so, and I came back and they changed Lotus, and I was like, what the heck? He's actually easier to deal with now. It's just dodge all his attacks, don't get hit, and then just do enough damage to be able to kill him. That's all. You can also party up with people. Like, you don't have to do Lotus by yourself. So if you look, it depends on your keyboard layout, but if you look, you'll have a button called Boss Party that you can equip to your keyboard, and it will look like this when you press it. In that Boss Party area, click the Recruit Party tab, and you'll see people doing different tiers of different bosses. So when reset happens, which is every Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST, this will be filled with people doing like regular runs or struggle runs, and you could just join them, and then you guys could do struggle runs of that boss. The thing is, though, you want to make sure you're able to do 5% damage at the very first stage, because if you can't do 5% damage at the very first stage, you will not, and I repeat, you will not get any of the boss drops at the end of the run. But accidentally went up in the portal. I'm assuming you're playing on, like, Reboot, right? You're not playing on a reg server. So, like, Hyperion or whatever the other thing is. Whatever server I'm in, and then the other server that's not as popular. Because reg server is kind of pay to win. With all the stuff they have there. That's why a lot of people don't really like playing reg server. Yeah, Chronos, yeah. Because it used to just be called Reboot, and then they changed it when they added another server. Okay, good. Yeah, so you just, it's essentially just grinding. One of the... So, once you get, like, enough mesos from your boss stuff, you want to get your gear, like, you want to get these 3 gear to 17 stars. So, this helmet, this top, and this bottom, this will carry you all the way until endgame, and at endgame, you'll finally swap it. So, these 3 are, like, your perm gears for a long, long time. So, you want to try to get them to plus 17. When you're trying to get them to plus 17, they do have a chance to blow up. So I would get them to 15 stars first, all 3 of them. And then when you start killing the Root Abyss, the Chaos Root Abyss mobs, like every week, and you get like a bunch of them, a bunch of these like pieces, coins and stuff like that, double click them and then you can get more of them. So in case they do blow up, when you're trying to plus 17 star them, you have a replacement off the rip. And getting them to 17 star will cost you a lot, and I mean a lot of meso. So you want to just save up your meso, do that with your main once you can, but again, get it to 15 stars first, then save up a bunch of meso, and then worry about trying to get them to 17 stars. Eventually, you will want to try to get them to 22 stars, but get them to 15 stars, stop at 17 stars until you're like over level 260 and are able to get a bunch of money for a meso. Root Abyss. So this chicken, this clown, and these 3 you should probably be able to kill. This one's harder. You might need to find a partner to go with. That's a Velium. And either duo it or like get someone to carry you and collect all the boss drops, just so you can get the coins. Like my combat power So my combat power, when I switch over to like my other gear and stuff like that, it's at 2 mil. At that level, you should be able to theoretically, if you know the mechanics of Velium, kill him. I think it was last stream that I did the chickens and I didn't do Vel. I did Vel off stream today, I think. But I did the chicken and the other two, I believe. So you can see what type of mechanics, or just look up a video on how to kill the Chaos Root Abyss ones. To unlock Chaos Root Abyss, you have to do the dailies of the regular versions first on one character, and then it just becomes easier to unlock them later. I would start doing them like as soon as possible and just kill them until you unlock Chaos, because Chaos is like a major progression area, or Chaos Root Abyss is a major progression area for gear and stuff like that, and for boss crystals. I'm assuming you know how to sell boss crystals already. I don't have any because I already sold mine, but you'll get like this blue or purple ones, depending on if they're dailies or weeklies, and then you go to the guy where you buy the seer and stuff. Okay, and just sell them there. Yeah. So focus on being able to kill the Chaos Chicken, Chaos Clown, and Chaos Queen person. And then eventually you'll be able to kill Chaos Velium. You also, for progression, you will want to do Chaos Pink Bean, and hopefully you get a mark and a belt. And then for on your like Shadow or whoever you're gonna main, you're gonna want to do Chaos Horntail. Chaos Horntail is really easy to kill, relatively speaking, compared to everything else. It drops a ring and it drops a charm. The charm, you can utilize like your charm slot if you get level 30 charm. And to get level 30 charm, you can either equip stuff from boss drops. Like certain boss drops will be, say, equip this and then you'll get X amount of charm for it. So right at the bottom it says grants 50's charm. You want to equip a bunch of those, or if you have an event, you get the trait potions and you want to put in charm, and then you get this charm slot right here, or pocket slot. And these can drop from bosses, and they have varying stats with flames on them. I wouldn't really worry about flames right now, but if you hover over it and then one of your items has like better stats, then just equip it once you have that slot unlocked. So the one that you get from Horntail is this ring, and then the belt you get from Pink Bean. You also get a face accessory, not this one. You get a different face accessory from Pink Bean, and you get these from doing Zakum. You could do regular Zakum. You don't have to do Chaos Zakum. Eventually, you want to do Chaos Zakum just for the crystals to be able to sell and get more money. No, you don't have to time to sell it. You can sell them whenever. Like, you want to sell them before the week reset, because they have a time limit on them. If you hover over the crystal, it'll say you can sell this by whatever, and that's usually Wednesday before reset, like weekly reset. So I would do as many normal bosses that you can, like all the bosses you can do, just because you're beginning stages of the game, and just sell all the crystals, just so you can get a bunch of meso. Eventually, you don't want to do that, just because you'll have multiple characters where you could do higher level bosses for, and you share a pool of throughout the entire account of how many crystals you could sell in that world. But as of right now, just do like all your dailies and just all your daily bosses and sell those. Because you can get them in, like, these are all the bosses like that I usually will do. You can see some of the bosses I haven't completed or tried to do yet. But yeah. Just slow progression. Like, just take your time, don't get burnt out. Like, there's no PvP, so you shouldn't really compare yourself to others. Just do what you can and enjoy the game. Do all the Vanishing Journey orb stuff, and just daily bosses. So the daily boss that you want to always do is Akram, because Akram gives you this pendant, and this pendant is best in slot for an early game to mid game, essentially. And you're going to need a lot of these pendants because you can later on star them or star force them up to a high level and then transfer that star force to a higher level pendant. But you want to make sure you're doing Akram every single day. So these orbs are what I was talking about, the one I just grabbed, the red one I just grabbed. You get the next color orb at like 2,000 mobs killed. You want to make sure you're doing your weeklies also, like your weekly content, because getting these orbs, so if you go to your equips and click arcane, getting these orbs gives you so much damage range. Like, that is a lot of damage range that you're getting on the table. No problem. I'm glad to be able to help. Once you get these to, like, another... Like, they're fully maxed out. They max out at level 20. Each of them, all 6 of these. Once you get these up, you have to manually click them and use Meso to upgrade them. And then at 260... it pretty much starts again with a different set called the Sacred Ones. And they give you an enormous amount of range and damage. So make sure you do those. I would try getting carried or doing a struggle party of Lotus and Damien. Do the Lotus and Damien weekly quests because you need to do those to be able to get coins. And when you get enough coins, you could be able to buy the gloves for your class. Make sure you're buying the correct gloves for your class. These will last you until you get Umbra stuff. So you can 15 star, 17 star these. You get the shoes, you get the gloves, you get the cape, and you get the shoulder pad. You do not get, and I repeat, you do not get the helmet or the overall. You can get the weapon if you want. A lot of people would recommend getting the weapon and then getting that to 17 stars, unless you get an Umbra weapon from like doing one of the other bosses, the mid-range bosses, like Lucid or Will. So it's just, you want to make sure you're doing these on weeklies, because you'll get like pieces and stuff I don't have. So you'll get like, this is from the Damien boss drop, but you'll get like smaller versions of them. Of these, and then you trade them into an NPC to be able to get coins, and with those coins you'll get that ready gear that I just showed you. Yeah, yeah. You wanna have higher range to be able to do Lucid. Again, you want to make sure you get like 5%, and then you could do it. But yeah, no rush to like do anything. Just take your time. Oh, my EXP buffs are over. So, how much EXP did I get since I relogged? So, since I relogged, I got a level and a half, essentially. Yeah, no, you meet the level requirements, you don't meet the gear requirements. So, let me go to here and see if there's like an AFK person. There's not. Let me go to a popular channel, channel 18. So, like, if I click him, if I can click him, you can see this combat power score. This is fucking this is more combat power than I have on my main character, or my main that I'm maining at the moment before I switch over. This is high level gear stuff. Like, this is all end game gear stuff. So, like, this is the next tier after the red stuff that you get. But you don't really have to worry about that. Like, what you should be worrying about is... Yeah. What you should be worrying about is getting your Absolab stuff. So, Absolab gear. I would look up videos on how to get Absolab gear. Get your Root Abyss gear. because these are going to last you for a very long time. The only thing that replaces the Rudibus gear is this guy's gear, which is literally the end game gear. So you are using Rudibus gear for a very long time. These are the only things that replace the Rudibus gear, and you will not get those for a long, long time. And then the Rudibus gear, again, you want the Absol gear, which is going to be the gloves, the shoes. This is not Absol shoes. The cape, and the shoulder pad. And then you get this from doing your Octums. Eventually it will drop. It will be this red one from your Octum. And then for the secondary pendant, you're going to want either to use like the other one that drops from Octum, which is this one, or you're going to want to use a Chaos Horntail pendant. It doesn't really matter. For rings, again, you get this from Chaos Horntail, or I think normal Horntail has a chance of dropping it too. You get this from an NLC quest line. I would look up how to get the Treasure Hunter's ring, because you can use this ring for a long time, and you could get to 15 stars. There are other rings that you could get, like the event ring that you might have used already on your guy, and then you could get more rings from either killing another boss called Princess No, or doing like Goleks and stuff like that and getting rings from that too. You also will be able to get an emblem later. We can't get an emblem right now on Tanjiro, but we could be able to get it afterwards. Like you could buy it from the shop. The only way to get on this character is to get it to 260, which realistically we won't be able to reach, and it's not even worth it. Or not 260, 255, I should say. It's not even worth trying to get it on there. You could just buy it from a shop after we get transferred to Hero. And then from these totems, there's a quest called like Afterlife or something like that. You could get all 3 totems from there. He probably has guild totems, but let me see. Yeah, he has guild totems. So if you're in a guild, you could get the guild totems also. But let me see if anyone here has. So these totems you could get from the Afterlife quest line. It's a very long quest line, but you could get these. There's 4 of them, but you just equip the 3 that you need. This is from an event. You can't get this anymore. So I wouldn't worry about that, but get those gold totems from that quest line. It's a very long quest line. It takes about like 30 minutes entirely. I would use a guide for it. Just look up Afterlife quest line guide. And only do that on your main character. Don't waste time doing that on every character unless you're going to turn them to boss mules in the future, but only do that quest line on your main character. And you can use your other characters. So going back to the Absol Lab, like I was saying, you need like to get these coins or these like tokens. So let me see. So these things, you get these from doing the Haven quest line or weekly quests. And you get another one from doing the Dark World Tree, which is these ones. So you need these. You need 20 of these. And you get 20 from the weeklies and 20 of these to make 1 coin. You get a total of 20 of each from the weekly quests. But the good thing is these are tradable within your account. So you could do that same weekly quest on every single one of your characters. Let's say someone carries you to a boss, or you're able to kill it eventually by yourself or with a party. And you get a multiple boss drops of like these things, then you can go on your other characters and get a total of 60. Let's say you get 3 of them for the boss. It's this weekly quest. It's this one. So not the Vanishing Journey one, but the Dark World Tree and the Heaven weekly quest mission line. The Haven, not Heaven. Haven weekly quest mission line. So these ones. And you get these from them. So, and once you get like I said, once you get those coins, you can do them on multiple characters, put them in your storage system, and then transfer it to your main character. And then on that main character, actually, I'm going to use these real quick. On that main character, buy the coins, and then purchase the correct gear for your class, and then get those to like 15 stars. Don't worry about getting to 17 stars until you get enough to be able to make multiple dupes of them. Because again, they will be replaced later. Because you want to get things to 15 stars because they give you a bunch of stats. So this is 17 stars. This, you can see like the yellows or the yellowy oranges. Those are the extra stats that you got from starring it up to 17. So up until 15 stars, you can only get like regular stats, which are really good and it's very helpful. But after 15 stars, that's when you start getting weapon attack and magic attack on your gear. And that's very, very good. Like how here, unless it's a weapon always gets attack because it's a weapon or its respective attack power or magic attack power. But yeah, and you could get weapon attack on all your gear on after 15 plus. But again, after 15 plus stars, they have a chance of blowing up. So you're risking that if you don't have multiple gear. Ugh. You can also make different presets. This is relatively new to the game. Like when I came back, they had this where you could apply it, and then you can have like your bossing gear set, and then like your farming gear set too. You can also go here. Let's say if you have a face or whatever that you get from the cash shop that you want to save, you could click save, and it will save it. We can't see what it is here because it's the Tanjiro event. But you could save it, and then you could go back, and for like a gold fee, let's say you transfer to a different face, you could re-equip it, but make sure you save that new face that you got before you re-equip the old face, just so you can have multiple things. You can also change your damage skin. I don't have it on here, but you could get different damage skins and utilize that to have a different effect. And then your cash shop area, of course, it's like cash up. Yeah, this game is very, very long term. Like, the game really only starts once you hit 265 plus. That's when the game literally starts. Because then you're doing a bunch of endgame bossing. In most guilds, you won't be able to get into them unless you're 260 plus anyways. So, this game is very, very... Yeah, 265 is when, like, the game officially starts. That even, yeah, that sounds insane, but that's literally the truth. But a lot of events will help you get to 250 at least, relatively quickly, like burning events and stuff like that. If you use a burning on a character, you get, for every one level, you gain 2 more levels until 250. So that helps you get to 250 really quickly. But yeah, the game doesn't really start until then. Like officially start until then, because you'll get your 6th job at 260, I believe, and when you get your 6th job, you start gaining so much momentum. It's insane, but it takes forever to level up afterwards. So there's a trade-off. There's so much in-depth things to worry about, but not worry about at the same time because you're just starting. Like, I would look at a beginner's guide. Like, I know this guy does them well. Can I do at Dookie or Ducky, however he does? Like, look that guy up. He will have guides on what to do, and then a bunch of guides of like just explaining things more in depth than I can at the moment. But yeah, this game, there's a lot to this game. I have never made a guide. I like doing I used to do like series on this game, which I'm going to do a series of when I'm playing Motion, like leveling them up and then eventually like getting all the gear and stuff and then slowly progressing my character. Like, I haven't been like a guide type of person really ever, unless it was like comes to art and stuff like that. But again, he has really in-depth guides. And like there are certain things that I didn't even know because I came back and I was like, what the heck happened to this game? And then he explained them in his videos. So again, I would watch him. Like, he does a really good job at explaining things. You could sell these also, spell traces. You could sell those for a bunch of mesos too. Just heads up. In this game, you want to make sure you have a pet at pretty much all times. They give you this pet for free, but it will permanently die. You cannot revive this pet. So you want to get a pet from the cash shop. You could get a pet for free. You don't have to pay any real money. You could get this pet. Where is it? You click your Maple Rewards points. So these are your RP or Maple Rewards points. And then you could buy this pet from this shop and then keep on buying it every so often. You get more rewards points the more bosses you do within like the month or whatever. You could also get cubes and stuff from here or like transparent cash shop gear and even waters of life. So let's say you buy a pet with real money. You can utilize waters of life to increase their lifespan by 90 days. All the way up to a full year, 365 days. And you could do that for free from just doing your boss runs. You get these, I think, once a week. I think it resets every week or so. So once a week, you could get these. So right now, these are like cash purchase things. I got lucky and got this and put it on my Lin because my Lin and the new character share a cash shop box. Also, heads up. This is important. If you ever buy cash shop items, only certain cash shop items are shared with certain characters. So if they have a class or a race, so like let's say adventurers like your Shadower can share things for the default warrior class, thief class, and archer class, and mage class. Just those default classes. They cannot be shared, like the cash shop inventory is not shared through every class unless there's an event. So if you're buying something for a character with your real money, make sure it's on a character that you like or on a character that is able to trade to a character that you like. Do not buy cash shop items unless you are okay with that. That's if you decide to spend money on this game. So like this. So if I go to my character, my Cain. As you saw earlier, I had nothing in the cash shop. This is what I mean. I will go back into the cash shop on this character. And then back in this cash shop, you will now see I have a bunch of cash items. So it's only shareable with characters of the same race. So this is technically a dragon race character. So Angelic Buster and Kaiser, I believe, share this same cash shop inventory. So certain characters will only be able to share cash shop inventories with their same race unless it's a summer event. Usually around the summer, they will have an event where you can transfer any cash shop item to any character race. So make sure you're buying your cash shop items on a character that you like or are going to be maining. You can't just buy it all willy-nilly on the characters. So if you, let's say you get a permanent pet, like I have multiple permanent pets. This guy has a permanent pet. This guy has a permanent pet. This one doesn't, and she has a permanent pet. So if they have this, share the same race of class, and then you could transfer that permanent pet to the other character through the cash shop inventory, and then you have a permanent pet on multiple characters that just share the same cash shop inventory. Yeah, it's very misleading. So if I go to this character, which is the Kaiser, it should, I believe Cain and Kaiser share the same cash shop inventory. I haven't been on this character in a while. Loading. Go to cash shop. And inventory. Yeah, they share the same cash shop inventory space. So since I'm maining that new character that's coming out on Monday, I had to make sure I bought things on a character that we already have out called Lin, and get the cash shop items and have it on that character so I could transfer them to the character that I'm going to be playing. Mo Shen is the new character. So in my title, I have his username, Mo Shen. That is the new character. They put a teaser out. So we used to have a character called Jet, what was a global MapleStory exclusive character, but it was very buggy. And they got rid of it years ago, but now we are getting a different MapleStory's quote unquote exclusive character that's coming to us. So it's not going to be exclusive really, and he looks very cool. And they share cash up with this character in Lin. So this Tanjiro will become a explorer or adventurer race or class, and he'll be able to trade the cash up items over to like your shade, because your shade is the same race, technically speaking. I think I don't know if you ever played like Final Fantasy 14 or anything like that, but the reason why I like Mo Shen is because it looks like it's going to be the same as the monk as in the original when Final 14 like originally came out, to a certain extent. But that's a video of like a teaser. And different characters have different main stats. So if you have like, eventually when you build your legion, you're going to want to put like your legion blocks into like main stats. So since my character is 265 or 250 plus, it gives you 100% like not 100 but 100 plus dex, and the new character is dex base. So my legion is mainly dex based because my old main was dex based. So it just gives you extra bonus stats. No, you're good. I was done for the night. I just wanted to get one more level because I technically got 3 levels today. I got 2 off stream, and then wanted to get one more on stream. And then I just need to get a total of 5 more levels, and then I'll be able to get to 250 really easily after the 5 more levels. So I should be able to get to 250 before Monday. After work tomorrow, I should be able to get 2 more levels or more. I might go for like 3 or 4 levels, honestly speaking, after work tomorrow, just so I could get to 248 really quick. Or after work today, technically speaking, because I have to be to work in like 8 hours. Yeah, I'm trying to get to 250 for the weapon also. Yep, that's not what I want to click. So this is really good to transfer to your main. So when you hit 260, you start unlocking soul Erda fragments. You want to keep these and put them on your main. That's why you want to get to 260, because that's when you start getting a bunch of things and collecting a bunch of things. So these are for 260 plus characters. But yeah, I want to get the weapon, the arcane weapon. This weapon, it is not starable. You're good. The weapon is not starable, and you cannot reset its potential, but it's very good, and it's at 15 stars, I believe, when you equip it. So this will be your temporary weapon until you are able to get a... So this is like your final weapon at the moment in the game your Genesis weapon. So that's killing the Black Mage. So this will be your end game weapon, but of course, according to your class, it will look different. But you'll be using your Umbra for a long time, like a long time. So it's good that you're trying to get to 250 on them. Because even if you don't play this character when it turns into a hero anymore and you don't want to main it, you'll still be able to kill bosses on it and then use those boss crystals to fund the character that you want to main. Yeah, it's worth it. You'll eventually get it from like just doing the bosses, so you will eventually get it from I don't have it on here. So it drops when you're doing lucid runs and will runs. I believe Gloom and Vihila it runs later on, but you could get a chance to get like the weapon boxes and the armor boxes from doing these bosses on the weekly. So you want to do normal or hard whenever you could do hard modes, but at least normal modes with a party. And be able to do, again, make sure you're doing 5% damage at the very first stage of the boss or you will not get any drops. But yeah, just make sure you're doing enough damage and you'll be good. And you'll be able to get like boss drops from them, and then you can possibly scale your progression even quicker. Yes, all the progression in the world. I like to change channels, so about every 30 minutes it drops one level. I like to change channels, me personally, once it gets to like 60 or 70, and try to find a higher burning channel. You don't have to do that, especially if it's like a really popular channel. You could just stay there grinding without burning. Burning just gives you a lot more EXP, but is not needed to level up. You could grind without burning. Most of the channels that you're going to be using in the future when you're higher level will not have burning, and it's almost impossible to find one with burning. That's a good map to train at without it being way too spaced out. So you don't have to worry about burning. Only use burning when you can for maps that make sense. Like, don't go out your way to get a map that has burning, but you can't clear it as fast as a map that doesn't have burning and is easier to clear. When it gets when it gets to 70%, like below 70% or at 60%, some people like to train at 50%, but then won't train at 40%. But my cutoff's usually 70 to 60%, depending on how many maps are available. Or you could just write it all the way down until the map is not burning anymore. But you're essentially losing EXP if you're doing that, and there's more open maps to be able to grind in. Did I use the thing? I guess I already used the coupons. I didn't realize. The heck? I took them out, right? And yeah, I took them out and used them. But to rank up, you're going to be using cubes. Also, this is just a tip. You get these cubes, solid cubes, from boss drops. I would use these to get to unique. You don't really try to use them to get to legendary. What's the planner I'm using? This thing? It should just be in your sidebar. So there should be a button like right down here, and this should just be there. And then you could just click the things that you want to do and utilize. And then this one's always going to be the event. Active events. Oh. Make sure. So I don't know if anyone told you. Do this relatively now or on your main or on your Tanjiro. Whoever you're going to be playing. I use all my cubes and it never went above epic. So certain cubes can only go to a certain amount. So this cube only stops at epic. So if you're using mystical cubes, it only stops at epic. So what you want to do is get your gear to at least epic and then get it with 2 lines of your main stat for your character. So for Tanjiro, it will be strength. So like you wanted to get 2 stats, 2 lines of strength, and then stop until you can get like way further on. Don't really worry about your potentials right now. Just get them to epic, get them to 2 main stats, and then eventually you'll get them to legendary, which is this green one, and then you want to get them to 2 main stats until later on in the game where you want to get them to 3 main stats. But just get 2 lines of your main stat and then call it a day. Don't worry about getting it to unique or legendary right now. Stopping at epic is perfectly fine for a while. So again, only certain cubes will go above epic. Like this one goes to legendary, which is the green one, and then that one's called the solid cube, and then this one that you get from another boss drop goes to unique, which is the yellow outline. You get those from boss drops again or from like random events. But you can also buy cubes. Do not do this because you are beginning the game, but you can also buy these cubes for a bunch of mesos. We are getting a cubing event where these should be like half off next month, I think. So in May, like around May 15th or so, we should be getting a cubing event where these are half off, and then you could get your gear to like higher tiers. But yeah, you'll eventually be able to afford them. One thing, so this is all scattered because I'm just remembering stuff as I go that are important. But there is a boss called Ursus. So you want to be able to get in there like during 2x period times, which is usually like an hour after reset or whatever. There's like different times where the 2x is going. You could get a lot of mesos from here. So when your screen is black, you will go in here, you'll click on, like say I want to recruit, a little pop-up screen will come up and then say waiting until 18 people are there. Then you'll click accept. During your black screen, this is a pro tip. During your black screen, hold down your spammable main attack key. So you're hitting the boss even as you're loading in. Because sometimes by the time you fully load in, the boss is fully killed. And then you will not get any mesos. No, you want to do it with the party. You don't want to do it solo. So it gives you like the first like box. I could just go there actually and I'll show you. So you click him and say attempt defeating Ursus, blah blah blah. Oh, I have to do his fucking. I never did his quest line on this character. Is that it? Okay, yeah, I could just complete the quest. All right, so you go to quick start, just click yes, blah, 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 and then hit ready. Once you hit ready, you'll see like these people. Once it hits 18, only do this while it's like the 2x event during that day because you won't get enough mesos, but it'll fill up all the way to 18, and then you'll click like your ready button, and then they'll all start turning green, and then you'll spawn into that map. You can only do it 3 times a day, every day, but you could get a lot of meso. Let's say if you hit like, you probably won't hit S, but if you hit S during 2x, you get 36 mil for every single 3 runs. So that adds up to like 90 mil or 100 mil or so, whatever math. So that's a free extra mil that you're getting. If you hit S, if you hit A, it's a little bit lower. But again, you want to just hold down your attack key while you're doing it. Another thing to do and to make sure you're doing on the regular is actually, do I have it on this character? Maple Tour. So this is per account. So I haven't done Maple Tour yet. Let me actually do it on my cane just so it goes quicker. So luckily I checked this because I would have not done it. So you want to do your Maple Tour. So this one pays out every week. So if you do, you get 2 free runs of Maple Tour a day. You could go up to 7, but that costs like real money to go up to 7. So don't really worry about that. You could do 2 free runs of Maple Tour a day, and then every week. So it starts from the day that you start it, and then it cycles through that entire week. So from the day you start it until the following week, you'll be able to get messels, and then at the next week, it'll give you a payout. So my last payout, because I missed 2 days, was 280 mil. So 280 mil. So you want to be able to do this Maple Tour, go to the highest level, which is going to be the jungle, and just clear out all the mobs every day. Do it twice every day, and then just don't worry about it until next week, and then you get your payout. So every week you're guaranteed like around 300 mil plus. So make sure you're doing these. And I think there's like 5 stages or whatever. They're relatively easy to kill. It's the only annoying stage is the first stage because they fly around. Yeah, it's called Maple Tour. It should be in your... I think there's a quest to start it up, but it should be in your planner to be able to like just like start that quest. I think it's either in your planner or it's one of the light bulb quests. So this is also free money. So the main things to make money are Ursus every day during the 2x period, Maple Tour, which I'm doing right now, your bossing, so killing like your regular bosses, your daily bosses and weekly bosses, and then you're going to also be getting messels from just farming when you're leveling up, from your pet just picking stuff up. That's why you want to make sure you have a pet, because it will pick stuff up. And then you will also eventually... So on my guy, I have... So this is like item drop and then messel gear drop. So if I go to my stats... Like my stats, if I switch to like my main gear, it's like 41 mil for my combat power. But what you want to be looking at is your messels obtained. So you want to get your messel rate up and your drop rate up. Drop rate affects boss drops, so you could get like better gear or multiple like items from the boss drop. Messel is just messel dropped from all the mobs, and your pet will pick up more money. It'll pick up more money at a higher rate, essentially. So it's very, very good to have higher messel. So when you are, like, some people will say, like, you should get, like, 2-line stats of, like, your main stat on your accessories. I and some other people say, make sure you're getting messel gear and item drop up. Yeah. I have item drop for just because I do more bosses. But you actually want to do a combination of both. I think I have one of them that has both of them on there. What item is that? So this one has item and messel. So you can get a line of item and messel on your gear. So messel is really good just because it gives you more messel as you're just leveling up and doing stuff. And then you use that messel again to fund your character. But you want to get a mixture of item drop and messel gear drop. I forgot what the percentage is to max them out, because there is a max of what you can get through gear itself. But yeah, I would cube your stuff during the event to try to get item and messel gear. Like if you get one line on one of your rings, move on to the next ring. Don't try to be greedy and get 2 lines, especially because you are a newer player. I would go mainly for messel for you, just because you need a lot of messel. And then, but if you get item drop, you're good too. Like it just means the boss that you kill will give you more rates of it dropping, like at mid-tier game gear. You can also get it like more, like this is more advanced. Like you don't really have to worry about this like at all right now. This is like 250 plus. You might want to start worrying about it, but you could get your familiar, And these familiars can give you increased item drop or increased meso drop also. But that's a whole different system. Don't worry about it now. I just want to acknowledge that that exists too. And you could have, like I have another set of familiars that will actually give me ignore defense and extra bossing damage. So you want to get percent strength. Percent strength, flat strength is trash. Do not get flat strength on your gear when it comes to potential. You want to get percentage of your main stat. Like whatever your main stat is, you want to get that potential. Or do you mean you want to try to get percent strength right now on your rings? On your rings, again, I would just go for meso for right now. Like if you have percent strength, just keep it. Wait until you can get like a secondary ring for that, like a second version of that ring, if it is possible to get a second version of that ring. And then on that ring, go for percent meso. Like just keep the strength for right now, though. So now you see this went up a bit because I did 4 days or 4 clears. Ooh. Oh. All right. This was supposed to be a short stream. How long stream for? 2 hours. Okay, it's still technically a short stream. Yeah, one for drop and one for item drop and meso drop, and then one for damage. Because, and again, you can utilize, you're good. You can utilize this thing, their presets. So these ones have the item drop, and then if I click this preset and then apply, I can't do it on my chair. And then apply, and then you see these ones have like my main stat. So all stats good too, because it literally gives you all stat. But certain gears you want to have like your main stats or prime stats on them. These two things are very important. You could get the emblem, and then you could get weapon percent on them. You want to get weapon percent on them if you are a melee type class. Magic percent if you're a mage type class. And then you could also get bossing, but you want to at least try to get 2 lines of attack on them. Because that will dramatically, and I mean dramatically, increase your range and the damage that you do. And then these are the sacreds that I was talking about. I don't have all 6 of them unlocked because I'm not high enough level on this character. But yeah, you get a lot of stats from them. So this is what maxed out stats from the arcanes look like. So that's a free 13.2k stats, and that just increases your range by a lot. The other thing to increase your range, again, I mentioned it briefly before, but I can show you on this character because Tanjiro doesn't have it. So that's 6th job, but on your 5th job, you get a V matrix, and then these are like nodes. So you get the nodes for the attacks that you use most often. Again, I would look up a node guide for your class, and then you want to get the 3 lines of those, and you can see how these aren't necessarily the exact same, but I have 3 lines of all of them, of all the stuff that I need. So they just can't match like this first one, the one at the very top. I like how I'm pointing to the screen, you can't even see. But the one at the very top cannot be the same at the one at the very top of the next one. You cannot equip 2 nodes with the very first node slot, but this one has it at the second node slot. But so you can see that I can equip it again. Where's MS Channel 21? So MS Channel 21, you go to Maple World, and then you go to Zynga, and you click Mushroom Shrine. MS means Mushroom Shrine, and then Channel 21. You got 1 minute to get there. some people will do Zac, and to get to Zakum, you can either use your book and then travel to it if you haven't already cleared it, or you could do the oops, that's a chair. Or you could go from here and then click on Zakum, and it'll move you to the boss area. And then if you are, some people like to do Zakum more because some people don't buy rocks. If you go to Zakum, it takes you straight to Zakum, and then you leave that door, and then you will immediately go back to exactly where you were. Nice, nice. Make sure you, every time you get there, make sure you immediately pop your triple X if you have 3X buffs at the moment, and then your other buffs like to do more damage, and then go grinding. Yeah, you can also fame people that are sitting in those chairs earlier. You can only fame a person once per day on each character, but if you fame someone that's sitting in that chair that says 275, you get a attack buff for 30 minutes. That's really good also. Why the fuck do I have... Where did this come from? I was on it earlier, but I don't remember killing any boss or anything. Yeah, you can only fame once a day. So the fame button, like if I click this person, you can fame them, but make sure they're sitting on that 275 chair before you fame them, because you won't get that buff if you just fame them willy-nilly. Oh, I need to do the dailies on here. I will do that tomorrow. Make sure you've claimed all of these. I haven't done this yet. I need to do that right after work. What time do I get off work tomorrow? Or today, I should say. Let me check my schedule real quick. What is today? Today's schedule. I get off at 3. Okay. I will probably be streaming, yeah. I want to get these. I need to get these. I have to kill 1,000 mobs. I already do the corn flip challenge. Let's collect these. I can actually do that first. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I stream here on YouTube and on Twitch at the same time. YouTube is just easier for VODs so people could go back and watch them. No problem. I'm always glad to help. Like, it's always good to build a community and help new people in the game. Let me do this real quick. I have yet to hit 40. I've gotten to 35 and then messed up multiple times. Because the bar gets smaller and smaller, and then the thing moves back quicker. Fuck. I gotta get a little bit more points. I think if you get 40, then you get the chair or something. I have to do it one more time. Yeah.
Start.
Like if I just sit there and do it, I could get to 40, but I've only been doing it till the amount of points that I needed to get. Ah, well, that was literally right on the line. You get the 30 and just fell. Fair. I got my vouchers, so that's all that matters. And I think I can turn in this one. Yes. So I'm going to claim these and then put them in my inventory so I don't forget to claim them later. And then I get this one tomorrow and put that in my inventory. So I'll have a legendary ring as soon as I make the new character, which will be good. I already checked into that. Okay. Yeah, claim everything and then put them in your storage and then put them. They have timers, so user will buy and that's when they'll run out. The one thing that you want to use before the event is over is this one in particular. Where is it? From this one, from the Spirit Rock giveaway, you want to use this in particular. This will go away no matter what. This even like right when the maintenance hits, this will go away. So make sure you use this one in particular. The rest of them can stay in your inventory until the timer says it will, but that will go away no matter what. You just put them in storage. And then just put them on the character that you want to have them on. They can expire in storage, like this is expiring. I don't really care though, because it's not a prepared. But you get this from the dailies. Make sure you're turning in your daily gifts. So after you kill 300 mobs, you could turn in your daily gifts throughout the month. And you get all these every month it resets. So again, whoever you're gonna put, like you decide to use as your main character, I would use all the items on them that you just put in your storage. So these things help you level quicker. This thing I'm saving because I don't know if I could use it on the new character that's coming out or not. I might put it on a another character that I want to quickly get to 200. And then use this afterwards to get to 260 on them. Oh. If you click the star, and then you have like the Luxana icon, you just go in there and you AFK in there, and you just get EXP from AFKing in there. I like that icon. What is their guild? Nightlight is their guild. I might try joining that. Oh God, I might try joining that later. This is just a guild I have for my own mules. Night light. Huh? I misspelled it. I'm stupid. A progression and casual guild. Okay. So I would join a guild if you're not already in a guild. Do that really quickly. Because guilds give you, if they even accept you, it looks like it's like maybe 200 plus, but it doesn't have like a guild level right here. Guilds give you buffs. Like my guild that I have for my like mules and stuff isn't high enough level, but it gives you extra buffs and stuff like that that you can use when you're killing things. And you get like these things constant like every week. And these are free bonus buffs. And then you get guild skills. So when you're bossing, you can use the guild skills to improve like your damage to the boss. Join a guild on whatever character again that you're going to main, and then from there go from there. Because it like being in a guild is very, very worth it in this game. Like there's no reason not to be in a guild in this game. It just gives you free shit. What did this chair look like? Because I couldn't use it on Tanjiro. Let me see. Oh, you're just okay. I'll put that back in storage and put on my motion. Yeah, try joining a guild that is level 20. And certain guilds, like if you hit a certain contribution threshold, so like my contribution threshold, like I don't have one in this guild, but a lot of guilds' contribution thresholds will be 50k contribution. You get your contribution up by just killing bosses, logging in, making sure you click the check-in button, and then you get contribution from there. And once you hit 50k, certain guilds will take you on, like you can request to be carried on runs. So you don't have to go through and find like randoms to try to do runs with. They will just carry you with the runs. Oh. Also, if once you make it like a bunch of characters, you could change the order of your characters by clicking change order in this screen. And then you could just see like your characters and then hit this button to make them go up or down. Yeah, it's a good incentive. You get the guild buffs and everything already. You get another thing within being in a guild, you'll get a guild like a discount on all stores, like regular stores. Yeah, I have 44 characters right now, but you'll get a discount on all regular stores, but which is really good for when you're buying things. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna head to bed. I have to wake up in like 6 hours and then go to work just so I'm there on time. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna head to bed. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for chilling. Let me see. Is this the scene? Yeah, this is the scene. Oh, my transition thing is broken. Interesting. But yeah. Thank you. Have a great night. Stay safe. Thank you for watching. And for those who are lurking on the other Twitch stream, thanks for lurking. And I will see you guys later. Stay safe. Peace. Oh, boy. Bye bye. Have a great one. See ya.